Welcome back to Color Class. I'm Sarah.
I'm Lucinda.
And today we're going to talk about what the most important thing you can do for your skin. But first, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.
Because now we can tell you.
The
most important thing you can do for your skin. And I'll give you a little background because I always give background. Basically, you can go to the doctor. You can go to the plastic surgeon. You can wherever you go. To the makeup artist, to the scientist, whomever. A lab. You can go to a cosmetic lab and say, okay, what product should I get? What's the most important product for my skin? Without hesitation, they will tell you sunscreen.
Mm-hmm.
They will say, use sunscreen.
Protect your skin from the sun.
Now, I'm speaking to you as a grandmother here and a mother. I'm her mother. I have a grandchild.
Mm-hmm.
I tell my grandchild the same thing. I didn't use sunscreen. I wanted to be tan. It just wasn't a thing for me. I didn't care. I regret it because actually I'm 25 years old. No, I'm just kidding. I'm 68 years old, and I look 68 years old. Now Sarah, on the other hand, has baby skin. I was a good mom. I did make sure she used her sunscreen. And now, if you look at her, her skin is flawless.
I am kind of obsessed with sunscreen.
She is obsessed with sunscreen. And she can tell you some very important facts about sunscreen. For example, tell us about mechanical sunscreens versus chemical sunscreens and what's the difference and
so it's actually
what to look for.
Chemical versus physical. But
a mechanical sunscreen would be a hat.
Yeah,
it would be an umbrella. It would be stay in your house.
I mean, those are great too. Yes, get the hats. They now make like full UV covers. Like you can literally not a single thing but your little peepholes. But you can also, I'm a huge fan of mineral-based sunscreen, reef safe. I always look for. It just, they used very proven natural ingredients instead of chemical sunscreens, which can use things like avobenzone. But I mean, it's not the end of the world. When we talk about things in moderation, obviously your day-to-day sunscreen should definitely be a more natural sunscreen. So we'll give some examples at the end that I use, but I hate to do this. I absolutely hate to do this, but there is this one Neutrogena spray-on sunscreen, and it will give you the most glowing skin. It is not good. I'm pretty sure it has avobenzone in it, but if, once in a while.
Oh, you might be allowed to use it once. Bottom line, titanium dioxide and iron oxide, if you're my age or if you're a little bit older, you remember it as being that white gloppy gunk. Mm-hmm. And if you had that in your sunscreen, you put it on and suddenly you'd look like you had this gray, greasy film all over your skin.
It still is.
No. You get
white cast.
They have clear versions.
Those usually have chemicals in them to make them clear though.
Okay.
They're still pretty white casting. That's why if you have anything deeper, like my skin tone or deeper, you got to go tinted.
Honey, every skin tone is deeper than
I know.
Your skin.
Okay. Unless you're a ghost, then no tint. But if you have any type of pigment, then you're going to want to go tinted as well, or a drop of foundation.
So physical, I said that wrong. Physical sunscreens have the white gloopy stuff in them.
Yes.
And they don't look so great, when you're marching around with a bikini on and you've got a deeper skin tone because there might be
They look great because you're using some natural ingredients on your skin.
Well,
what do you mean?
I'm talking about that white gray film.
I know.
I'm talking about the white film. So Sarah's going to give you some that she has personally tested and made sure that they meet her criteria.
I mean, they meet a good criteria of what's the ingredients in them, but yeah, apply some foundation on top.
All right.
I'm just saying, they will leave a little bit of a white cast.
So let's talk about what happens if you don't wear it.
Ooh. I feel like have we all seen that before and after of the truck driver who was in the sun because they drove every single day and the sun was beating down on versus the non?
No, I
Oh
haven't
my
seen
gosh.
that.
Yeah, there was like a whole study and yeah. But I mean, it's just like the study that we're going to talk about today from the British Journal of Dermatology being over time, how does our skin tone change, which is another thing.
Yeah. Well, first of all, your skin tone definitely changes. If there's any question out there, if somebody says, no, it does not, your skin tone doesn't change, it does. And if you have any question about that, find somebody like me who is 68 years old and look at a picture of them in their youth. It changes. My skin has lightened. I've developed spots here and there. And I had the same skin tone she had. But these days, just like my hair went gray, my skin lost its pigment, and I'm a lighter person.
What is the British Journal of Dermatology says that the density decreases by 10 to 20% per decade after the age of 30.
Right, that's
which
the
leads,
melanocyte
right.
density, not your skin density. That
right.
thins. But the pigment, the melanocyte density,
yes.
10 to 20% per decade after the age of 30. So let's do the math. I'm 68. So between my 30s and my 40s, I lost 10 to 20% of my pigment. Between my 40s and my 50s, 10 to 20% more of my pigment. This decade, 10 to 20. By the time I'm 80, I will be invisible.
You will be able to wear the physical sunscreen.
Like the Invisible Man, I'll be like, you'll see me out and about in a hat, and then there'll be nothing.
Your mechanical sunscreen.
Exactly. I'm sorry. Straighten up, Sarah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
We're ready.
I'm sorry. This is serious business because we really want you to do this. We really want you, and it doesn't matter what age you are.
Yes.
Even if you're my age, start wearing sunscreen. It's never too late. And I'm going to take this a step further. I want you to see beautiful women, stars, famous women. One group who wore sunscreen and one group who didn't. We'll put them side by side at the same age. How about that?
All right, let's do it.
Two absolutely gorgeous women that I adore. I adore them both.
Yep.
They're 79 and 78. One is Helen Mirren. One is Goldie Hawn. Now, Goldie Hawn is famous for being a sun worshiper, for being out in Hollywood, for being golden. She's Goldie Hawn. Helen Mirren in the UK, she hasn't been exposed to the sun.
She's not American?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
No.
You learn something new every day.
So, look at the two of them. The same age. Right. Now, I'm not saying one is prettier than the other. I'm saying their skin has developed in such a way that one is unspotted.
And we do know Goldie Hawn has had some work done. I don't know about Helen Mirren, but I know Goldie Hawn has had some work done.
Yes. We know that. In fact, a friend of mine who worked with Goldie and who always told the story that Goldie told about getting her lips enhanced. And she called my friend, and apparently when you put fillers in your lips, your lips thin out after the filler goes away at a different rate. So the filler that's in the top of your mouth, it stays there. And the filler that's in your lower lip, it dissipates, I guess, out through your chin or whatever. I don't know how it works. But the upper lip stays plump and full. And so apparently Goldie called my friend and said, I hate this. My upper lip is giant. I look like a pterodactyl, which I think is really cute. And it just shows how funny she is. But now, this came from the Daily Mail. So they kind of were focused on some British stars. This one, I don't really know. Ulrika Johnson.
It did say a TV host. We updated this, by the way. So she is a TV host. And, oh, man, Nicole Kidman. Who possibly knows who Nicole Kidman is?
I don't know. Nicole who? Okay.
Well, coming from your favorite practical magic movie ever, so.
Yes, I do love Nicole. But anyway, and a favorite redhead.
Mm-hmm.
They're both 57. They're just, here you can demonstrate kind of when you're golden and you've been out in the sun a lot, the difference, what you start to see. Like in this case, you've got some crepiness under the eyes. You've got a little extra hanging there on the neck. It started to look a little crepey.
But I mean, how much work has been done on Nicole Kidman?
There's not a lot you can do to the neck.
Oh, okay.
Not a ton.
Mm-hmm.
But notice the crepiness. See that they're kind of like multiple lines, and that's hard to fix. I mean, she could have had a neck lift. I mean, maybe, who knows? But it's the skin. You can you can lift skin, and the skin will either look beautiful and lifted, or it will look like old skin that's been stretched.
She's also, I don't want to butcher her name. On the right, she's also wearing black, which is going to emphasize fine lines and wrinkles as well. So it's not like she was wearing something within her palette, which Nicole Kidman is wearing something a little bit softer that is,
But still, it's there.
Right.
We're making the case to wear sunscreen, and this
Wear
really
your sunscreen.
Yes. Do you need any more proof? Well, we're going to give you more proof whether you need it or not.
Lastly, Kate Beckinsale and Kate Moss. Kate?
Wait. First of all, let me say, this is the weirdest picture of Kate Beckinsale I've ever seen.
So she's actually in a hospital here, but I tried to I tried to find photos of makeup-less, okay? I'm very sorry. She shared it on her Instagram, okay?
Okay.
She put it out there.
Okay. I'm just saying that that we all are used to Kate Beckinsale looking like this flawless creature that, is ethereal and perfect. She does have nice skin in this picture. She
does have amazing skin. See, this is makeupless at 51.
Okay, makeupless. We're going with the makeupless look. And we're comparing a 51-year-old Kate Beckinsale who looks like she's about 20.
Yes.
To Kate Moss, who is 50 here and stunning.
And she just walked the Victoria's Secret runway. So looks amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
so props. We're not being critical, but can you imagine what Kate Moss would have looked like had she worn sunscreen?
Well, the article from the Daily Mail was emphasizing how Kate Beckinsale is a very religious sunscreen user, but on the other side, Kate Moss, she likes to go out vacation, lay out on her yachts in Italy.
Yeah,
and blah,
I do
blah,
too.
Blah.
I do too. I mean, it's
you'll
fun.
see us next summer.
But
this is why you need to subscribe.
Yes, please. We won't be getting any yachts ever from this. But look at Kate's forehead. That's all I'll say.
Which Kate? There's two Kates.
Oh. Look at Kate Moss's forehead. If you notice,
you see a little sun
spots.
damage.
Now, what's right there out in the sun? What's sticking out in the sun when you're walking around without your sunscreen?
Right.
It's that spot right there. And the top of your cheeks and the top of your nose.
I just want to mention Kate Beckinsale. She swears, like up and down, she has not had work done.
Well, she's definitely had fillers in her lips because her lips are different.
She says no. She's saying she has not had work done.
Sorry, Kate. It's just us girls here. And
what's so funny is she posted online saying that she's so tired of people assuming she has had work done.
Now, if anybody out there wants to accuse me of having work done, I would be so thrilled.
So what work have you gotten done?
I've had my eyes done. I've had my eyes done, and that's it. Oh, I had my eyebrows microbladed.
You have had your eyebrows
and I had my eyebrows tattooed.
They were once tattooed.
Yeah,
and
I
then
had
they
them
dissipated.
tattooed, and then they disappeared again. Basically, naturally, I'm Mona Lisa. I look just ridiculous. I have no eyebrows.
You just weren't made for the 21st century. You were made for...
I was made for Da Vinci.
Right, exactly.
And so, I had my eyebrows microbladed. And let me just tell you, here's another tip from, think of me as your mom or your grandmom. If anybody tells you that microblading doesn't hurt, they're Kate Beckinsale. They're lying because it hurts a lot. It's so painful. I'm glad I did it, and I'm going to go back and get them retouched because beauty is pain, right? But it hurts bad.
Mm-hmm. I, on the other hand, have not had any work done. But
not.
I'm not saying never. So I'm just.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Sarah is she's like, oh, heck yeah, I'm going to get this, and I'm going to get this. And
you just never know. I'm not prepared. I do have like a fear, of needles and stuff like that.
Yeah, what's pretty funny is like she came running into me one day and she showed me a wrinkle.
I do have wrinkles. Just like if
one side of her face.
If we've been filming for a while, because I like to emphasize my brows as I create more wrinkles. But yeah, I have my forehead lines. I have nasal labial folds. Okay. I got it.
She'll run up and go, do you have wrinkles? And she'll hold her eyes. I'm not talking about that. So one day she walked in and she goes, look right here. Look right here. Look at this. Look right here.
Yes, and what do? Retinol. I slather retinol on every night. So don't even get me started.
So Botox, get a little filler in 10 years.
This was a video about sunscreen, and it turned into cosmetic
procedures. But you know what? It's just us here. We might as well talk about all the stuff that we don't want to talk about. I want so much stuff done. I want to get my neck done. I want to get a facelift. I want to get my brows lifted. Yeah, I want it all.
She's going to be on camera with everything black and blue.
I know.
Hey guys, check out what I just had done.
I'm going to be proud because when I got my eyes done.
But that means I have to take care of you.
Again. Because remember when you took care of me?
I did, yes.
But you know what was so sweet? Her husband, she sleeps like a log. And there's no waking her up in the middle of the night. But
I sleep with a toddler. I have to sleep with a log.
But I had to have this gunk put in my eye every hour. That sweet man that she married got up all night long and came in and put gunk in my eyeballs. Just sweetest thing ever.
Oh, it's already making me tear up thinking of putting stuff in. Yeah. I'm not made for the aftercare life.
Nurse? No,
not made for it. I'm already tearing up thinking about putting drops in your eye.
No. But I want all that stuff. But I have to tell you again, when I got my eyes done, it was not pretty. It was not pretty.
It was terrifying.
It was like I had these giant pancake size circles on my eyes that were red and nasty.
Okay, we're gonna need to cut that out.
Sorry, it's gonna make Sarah vomit.
All right, well, hopefully you're still here. If you are, wow, thank you.
And thank goodness you subscribed because you have to come back.
They're waiting for the links for the sunscreen. They gotta listen to all this just to get the links for the sunscreen. All right.
So wear your sunscreen, sweetie, because if you don't, you'll have to start having plastic surgery, and it's gonna be painful and disgusting. And Sarah will be so grossed out if she sees you. Do not let Sarah see you after surgery.
I'm not made for the life. I'm just not made for it.
Wear your sunscreen.
All right, so we're going to have sunscreen in the description down below, the ones that I would highly recommend. I'll kind of put the notes on what each one means and if it's best of the best and kind of not so great ingredients, but it does some amazing skin glowy natural stuff. All right, and then what else? We have Patreon. If you want to join us on Patreon.
We can have more of this talk. Lots of it.
You can learn all about the gunk in your eyes.
I might even post a picture of me after surgery.
No, that'd
be so gross.
All right, so you probably don't want to join Patreon now. But if you do,
don't believe her. You should. It's fun. It's like this.
There will be a link at the end of this video and down below in the descriptions. Also, our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok is down below as well.
Blue Sky.
And then Blue Sky X. We're trying to get everywhere. And then lastly, subscribe, share. Subscribe is the big one. Just subscribe.
Yeah. And if you do anything at all, hit that subscribe button because we want to see you back and have more talks like this.
Even if you don't want to see us, we want you. All right. So thank you for joining us. I am Sarah.
I'm Lucinda.
This has been another color class, and we'll see you in our next video.